Hello everybody, Eminent Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XI Online. In the last episode, we went into Psoja, fought our way through the various gauntlets of enemies in there, and then got to the point where we could get the power of Carbuncle to add to Tenten's Phoenix Blade, which then directed us back to Juno, to the place where we just first discovered Celtus. So we went there, talked to Monbro, and we're directed to Delkfut's tower, and we need to talk to Wolfgang to get the key. So in the process of doing that, we were summoned to the audience chamber by Esh and Atarl, who kind of went over some things with us and what their plan is. Nagmalata showed up, and then we got the key from Wolfgang. We're learning a little bit about him and Monbro. And then we headed out to Delkfut's tower, got access to the inner chamber, and were met by Nagmalata there, who in his ravings basically said that we were all puppets of the terrestrial avatars, revealed how Celtus was moving around the crystal line, and basically revealed that he wants to open the gates to paradise to end the world, essentially. So, we'll see where all that goes. But for now, we need to head back to Psoja. We need to find Fenrir and see if we can confirm any of the things that Nagmalata was saying. So, we are back here in Bosadine Glacier. We are at the southern tower of Psoja, and we're going to head on in. Yuna, I am truly sorry you did not have to come. It is my fault that you became a tool of the terrestrial avatars. The Phoenix Blade has confirmed what Nagmalata has said. When the gates of paradise open, the terrestrial avatars will return to their original form, mere beasts. The slumbering gods will awake, and Vana'diel will be transformed into a paradise blessed with their glory. However, with their awakening, the Lord of Chaos will also return. The Lord of Chaos? Whether this is good or bad, not even Phoenix knows. Not even Phoenix knows. And so countless lives were lost in my country to the far east. The Phoenix Blade was forged from the flames of resurrection, the flames left by Phoenix. Its sole purpose is to destroy the emptiness. However, it lacked the power to fulfill that mission, required a strength only obtained by taking innocent lives. The number of people who were ultimately sacrificed is unspeakable. Bandits and criminals were the first to be taken. Soon, villages that could not pay their tributes began offering sacrifices in places of money or crops. Finally, the lives of those who had fallen into the slumber of the emptiness were taken as they slept, unaware of the fate that had befallen them. To you, the tactics chosen by my country may sound barbaric. However, my people realize that this is only part of their destiny. They accept their deaths in exchange to prevent the deaths of others. They know that with their passing, they will have protected the world their children and their grandchildren will inherit. Yuna, my country has entrusted me with a great task, and I am here to fulfill it. One aspect of that task is to protect the Phoenix Blade with my life. I must follow my orders at any cost, and that is why I need you to promise me. If Phoenix leads me down a path that defies the will and morality of men, then you will do what is right for this world. I must continue, Tuna. It is said that deep within his tower, the power of Fenrir sleeps, and one can speak with the Avatar if his power is released. I can only pray my spirit remains as strong as yours. Alright, now in this case... Alright... We need to head the room at I-8. I-8. Okay. With that little circle in it, that's a drop down we need to take. We're going to have to go all the way around the outside of the room, of the area. Yep. Alright. And supposedly there are things in here that will aggro even level 99 characters. So I'm going to use a silent oil and a prism powder to sneak around. There's our 58 goblins. All right, yeah. In here are these one-way doors, and when you go through them, it screws with your camera. Or it can screw with your camera anyway. Okay, so we need to go in here, and we need to... There we go. Happen again. We need to drop down. Okay, I think the purple area is the area that is the lower level. Okay. This is where I'm going to break out the trusts. While I'm waiting for the elevator. Come on, lion. There we go. Alright. Now, are the things down here going to attack me? Yes, this goblin is. Get rid of the bat. Alright, looks like these things are not gonna bother me. Okay, good. Let's hit the avatar gate. Oh, Fenrir. I am Fenrir. Though I am no longer of body, my spirit continues to roam the heavens. However, my strength has begun to fade, as do stars come morn. O guardian of the moon, my name is Tenzin. I have come from a land far to the east, the blade born of Phoenix at my side. Great misfortune has befallen Vana'diel. The 4 mother crystals have lost their power and were overtaken by the emptiness. Vana'diel trembles at the arrival of the Keeper of the Apocalypse. To save our world, we require your strength and your wisdom. Can you offer us your assistance? So, you still chose the path to live and die with the children of the dawn? The path of the terrestrial avatars, the path of the people. Huh? I apologize, but I do not quite understand what you are trying to tell us. The memories of 10,000 years ago, they will guide you. Witness the vows of ancient times, the decisions made before I fade into the morning sky. Where are we? Could this be Fenrir's vision? If we are truly witnessing civilizations past, then those fighting Fenrir are our ancestors? Listen carefully, people of Vana'diel. Though you have accepted Twilight, you still choose to remain in this world? You did not heed our warnings, and now the light of the crystals has begun to fade. Chaos is upon you. There is nothing more we can do for you. We no longer have time for idle chatter. If you wish to remain as you are, leave this place immediately. There's still time before the pact between the terrestrial avatars and Celtus is fulfilled. Go, live your lives until the flames of your souls have flickered out. Wait. Our future is not yet decided. You have come to request of you a new destiny. A new destiny? I shall repeat myself one more last time. Your destinies have been recorded in the pages of the universe. The answer given by the Mother Crystals becomes truth. Memories of the crystal have been uttered. These words cannot be changed. Yes, we understand. As time passes, that life force that dwells within us all becomes tainted. Darkness is born. And then comes one who harbors the darkness, the Keeper of the Apocalypse, and he will lead us into the twilight. Thus, destiny is not decided by you and cannot be changed using even the divination power of the stars or moon. It is a given. However, I traveled to my homeland and I spoke with the dying Celtus. And he told me if the Keeper of the Apocalypse is defeated, then the pact with the terrestrial avatars will be broken. You are correct. But you can only succeed by first breaking the chains that bind your people. With Celtus gone, who is there left with the strength, the courage to accomplish that daunting task? Who is there left to bear forth an answer to the answerless riddle? I am left. I have found the answer. Celtus told me what he was trying to accomplish because he wished for me to continue in his footsteps. It cannot be. You are the one who escaped from the curse of the emptiness. Even my readings could not predict this crossing of destinies. You have broken free from the circle of life. You may be able to watch over the destinies of mankind until the end arrives. But when it does, when the Keeper of the Apocalypse rises up, you will be powerless. And you will witness every man and woman on Vana'diel blindly march into the void of twilight, their arrogance, apathy, cowardice, rage, and envy drawing them deeper and deeper into the darkness. Yes. However, there is still hope. The life force of men is strong. They will persevere along the river of time until an answer is found. Fenrir, guardian of the moon, we await your divination. Tell us the fated era. Tell us the fated land. If we know only when and where the Keeper of the Apocalypse will rise forth, we'll find a way to defeat him. Mankind will find a way. The fated era. The fated land. The hardships that accompany the destiny you so desire to bear are beyond any you could even imagine. However, this may be the only form of retribution for your past sins. Are you ready to take upon your back the destiny of all mankind? Then I am not one to stand in your way. Let the moon reading begin. And so, destiny has spoken. After 10,000 years of sleep, the Keeper of the Apocalypse will rise once again in Tavnazia. Tuna. Could Fenrir's words be truth, or simply some form of trickery? After 10,000 years of sleep, the Keeper of the Apocalypse will rise once again in Tavnazia. 10,000 years have passed. Tavnazia, the abhorrent one, but I must return to Bastok and speak with Lady Olmia immediately. Alright. Back to Bastok. That'll be the Metalworks, home point 1, where we're gonna go chat with Sid. All right, Sid. Master Sid, has Lady Olmia returned? And what of Lady Preesh? Calm down, calm down. Olmia arrived back here a few days ago. She's resting in one of our guest residences. Preesh, well, there are still no signs of her. But before we set out to look for her, why don't you tell us what you found out on your journey? The terrestrial avatars told you that? So hard to believe, but some of the things Nagmalata said do make some sense. For example, the recent strange energy readings from the crags. I've studied those as well. I never imagined that the remnants of the ancients were trying to do something so crazy as that, using the lines to converge the energy from all 5 crystals. And ultimately use that concentrated power to open the gates of paradise. I'm not positive, but with that much energy, opening the gates may not be as impossible as it sounds. With all the technology those hooded scientists in Juno have... But wait a minute. Didn't they also try opening the gates 10,000 years ago and fail miserably? Just look at their capital. It's sunk to the bottom of the sea. Until we find out what this paradise place really is, we can't let the Zillard go on doing as they please. That is true, but we first must face the problem that lies before us, the Keeper of the Apocalypse. I was certain that Celtus was the one we were searching for, but after hearing the testimony of Fenrir, the Keeper of the Apocalypse will be born unto Tavnazia. Tenzin, according to what you've told me, Preesh's treatment in Tavnazia is quite out of the ordinary. Are you trying to say that this is because she is the Keeper? Well, it pains me to believe so. All the recent events seem to point to that conclusion. I have asked Venus numerous times for an answer, but she only replies that she, too, does not know. But if it is true, if Preesh is the Keeper of the Apocalypse, then there is only one thing I can do. Hold on, Tenzin. We still don't know for sure that she is the one. Yeah, she's a little rude and a little crude and a heck of a lot wilder than I like most of my company. But once you get past that, you realize she's one of the most honest people you'll ever meet. I couldn't imagine her lying to a soul, let alone be untrue to herself. Tenzin, you can't truly believe that she's inherited the will of Promathia, can you? However, I cannot doubt what I saw. I believe that Fenrir showed me what he did for a reason. It is a sole wish of the terrestrial avatars to keep the gates of paradise closed. Anyone who attempts to open the gates will undoubtedly become their enemy. Perhaps the will of Promathia remains dormant within Lady Preesh. Perhaps she simply has not yet realized that she carries the seed of Twilight. Alright. Well, I'm going to have to ask you to refrain from questioning Olmia until Louvrance gets back. We don't want to jump to any conclusions before we've grasped the whole picture. Tenzin, I understand that you blame yourself for not being able to find Preesh, but think of poor Olmia and how she would react. Very well, Master Sid. I promise I will not speak of what I saw Lady Olmia until the return of Sir Louvrance. If it is not too much to ask, might I inquire as to where she is staying? Raybot. Show Tenzin to Olmia's room. Tuna, to tell you the truth, I think we may be in way over our heads here. Up until now, whether it be for science or justice, I've never thought too deeply about what I was getting into. I just took the ball and ran with it as fast as I could. But this time a little voice in the back of my head is telling me that I should be careful. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old. It's those ancients that you keep talking about. If they're rooted firmly in Juno, there may not be anything we can do to pull them out. Fighting worms and beastmen is bad enough. I shudder to think what would happen if the Duchy's army was thrown into the mix. And there's something else has been bothering me. This far eastern country that Tenzin has supposedly traveled from. Even the pirates of Norg know little about it. How do we know if we can really trust him? Who speaks the truth and who peddles lies? It's becoming harder and harder to tell. I see a storm brewing on our horizon. If we don't take care, our ship may sink, and everything we have fought for up to now may be lost. If you really want to save your nation and its people, you have to be strong. See things with your own eyes. Make decisions with your own heart. Don't be fooled by those with ulterior motives. Oh, sorry about that, Tuna. I didn't mean to sound like a father scolding his daughter. Louvrons mentioned he was going to begin his search for Alteo and Tavnazia. If you hurry, you might be able to catch up with him. Right. So we need to go find Louvrons. Double check with Sid. Investigate Alteo. Louvrons. He said he was heading back to Tavnazia. Yeah. Okay. But now we need to go start working on Louvrons' path. So we need to head back to the Tavnazian Safehold. Tavnazian Safehold. Home points 3. We need to go see Despachier. Tuna, is Olmia... How is she doing? Greetings, Despachier. It has been too long. Sir Louvrons. You need not worry. She is fine. Tuna and I travel the world in search of a truth. A single truth that will restore light to Vana'diel and her children. Your granddaughter embraces the same goal as we do, and she will not give up until she has reached it. I can sleep easier knowing that such a noble knight as yourself is watching over my dear Olmia. However, she is often one to hide her true feelings away from others, even though she may be in pain. You are not causing her any pain, are you? Olmia is a very strong-willed young woman. She understands the responsibilities that lie before her and will not cower before them. That is why she blamed herself for not knowing more about the painting of Alteo kept in the Tavnazian Cathedral's reliquarium. What? Lady Olmia is not a theologian of the cathedral. No one expects her to know of the painting, however... Exactly. There is no way she could know of the painting. She was only a mere child when the piece was donated to the cathedral. Why must you blame yourself, poor Olmia? So, Louvrance, I know some of the history behind the painting. Let me tell you of what I know. Long ago, I helped in the transport of the relic to the cathedral. Much tumult arose as a result of bringing that painting here. Your assistance is greatly appreciated, Despachier. I will relay everything you tell me to your granddaughter. Yes, it was some 25 years ago that the painting was brought to the archipelago. According to the Marquisate officials, the painting was found deep within the ancient ruins known as the Temple of Ugalepi. It is said that the painting depicts a scene of the verse of the legendary song, the ancients and their attempt to open the gates of paradise. Yes, I remember it like it was yesterday. A gate of light hovering over a grand city, the gatekeeper roaring to the heavens. The gatekeeper took the shape of a mighty dragon, however his 4 legs were bound by mighty shackles. The image of the strong was the strongest in the painting. Many of the missionaries that came to view the painting would often call it the relic of chains, or the relic of the dragon. I see. So at that time, the identity of the city was still unknown. Yes, until Cardinal Mildarian viewed the painting, it was she who told us the city was Alteu. As punishment for defying the gods, the city of Alteu was destroyed and banished to the bottom of the Northern Sea. After the Cardinal revealed the truth of the painting, many a canticle was sung of this legend. There wasn't a soul in Tavnasia who had not heard one while sipping down a glass of brew at the local pub. However, why did the Cardinal know of the city and its legend? I may be mistaken. I seem to recall that before arriving in Tavnasia, Mildarian was a priest who wandered the Outlands on a quest for spiritual enlightenment. I've also heard tales that many of the holy relics that reached the archipelago were brought from the Outlands by thieves and pirates. Perhaps the Cardinal obtained her knowledge of Alteo from these forsaken areas. The Outlands, I see. Yes, I remember now how a group of Mithra came from those Outlands demanding that we return the painting to the temple. I too have heard that tale. After a long series of talks, the Cardinal was able to convince the Mithra to allow the painting to remain in Tavnasia, without defacing the honor of the cathedral. We were relieved, and with those Mithra beasts gone, we could go back to our normal everyday lives. Mithra. Perhaps they know more of the painting. Despachier, would you happen to recall the names of the Mithra or where exactly they came from? I do remember their names. I do not think they were ever referred to by anything other than the title of Sin Hunters. Sin Hunters. Assassins sent from the Mithra homeland to do the dirty work of the Grand Chieftainess. So this painting must be of great importance to their race. Sir Louvrance, a young Mithran hunter visited the safehold a number of days ago. If you can find her, she may be able to better inform you of the secrets behind the painting. A Sin Hunter was here? Excellent. Despachier, I thank you very much for your assistance. I will heed your advice and begin a search for this Mithra. A Sin Hunter in Tavnasia. A quite unexpected turn of events, wouldn't you say, Tiuna? Let us travel to Windurst and inquire with the chieftainess about the Sin Hunters and the painting they desire. Alright. Off to Windurst, then. And talk to Perivashai. There'll be Windurst Woods. Home Point 1 is the closest. Alright. Talk to you. Alright, this is her initial information about the trusts. There we go. You wish to hear of Alteo, adventurer? A moment. To ask questions in such a blunt manner does not befit a lady. My most humble apologies for the intrusion, Chieftainess Peri Vashai. My name is Louvrance Mistal. To save the people of Vana'diel, I seek the truth that hides behind the veil of history. The time of apocalypse is at hand. I beg you for the guiding knowledge of ages passed down to the Mithran race. I understand your situation. However, I know nothing of the city painted in that picture. Even if you were to ask the Mithran trackers, I doubt they would have an answer for you. They are on a journey to fulfill an important duty. If I may be so bold, are the Mithran trackers following the scent of some great grave crime? Yes. They came to demand atonement for the sins of the Tavnazian Cathedral. Tavnazian Cardinal. The Cardinal? What crime could she have committed? Strangely enough, her sins are related to the picture you speak of. That picture was stolen from the Temple of Ugalepi. A Mithran tracker traveled to Tavnazia to recover it, was instead presented with a deal by the Cardinal. A deal? The Cardinal apparently knew everything about the legend recited by the Mithra, and the duty that it entails. She also stated that the means to carry out that duty have been prepared in Tavnazia. The tracker had no choice but to accept the deal. The fate of Vana'diel's people was placed in the hands of the Cardinal. Chieftainess, indulge me if you will. What is this legend, and what of the duty it reveals? What had your people intended to do? That duty was given to the Mithra by the ancient race depicted in the picture. A duty to awaken the sleeping gods. The sleeping gods? Surely you have heard the tale of the ancient race that wounded Vana'diel by opening the gates of paradise. The emptiness that poured from that wound tried to swallow everything in its path. The mountains, the seas, the skies, the forests, even life itself. The living beings of Vana'diel decided to use the tears that Altana had shed to cleanse the world. However, a battle erupted between the King of People and the King of Dragons over the fifth tier, a conflict that knew no end. The people that survived used the power of the sleeping gods to heal the wounded land. And that is a legend told by the Mithra? Adventurer, in your travels, you would have seen the giant glowing crystals that lie hidden far away from civilization. Those crystals are the resting places of the gods. Slumbering within are the immortal beings who are called forth to heal the land in the Age of Legend. The wounded land of Vana'diel bleeds forth dreaded emptiness. It is now time for us to awaken the sleeping deities and mend our suffering world. And this is the role the Cardinal attempted to fill, but how? It has not been revealed to me. But if you must learn the answer to that question, you should ask the Vana'diel theologian who was a survivor of the Great War, before she is punished for that crime. Do you need further explanation? The Mithran sin hunters never forgive a crime. The sin does not die with the sinner. Be careful with your actions. It is not our place to judge your sins, but in time your sins may come to judge you. What do you make of her words, Yuna? The theology of the Mithra veers quite dramatically from that of the Santorin Cathedral in several respects. The legend concerning the 5 tiers of Altana is especially at odds with what the Elvon believe. This is why I warn you not to swallow her tale without question. Talk of legends aside, the chieftainess's description of the emptiness that appeared in every corner of Vana'diel is an indisputable truth. However, the Mithran trackers are now chasing after the theologian Prish, and not Cardinal Mildarian, which would mean that even the trackers were unable to locate the whereabouts of the Cardinal. Does this mean that the Cardinal has already bid farewell to this world? Has my astonishing luck finally failed me? It's Hanoi Gamoy. It's nice to see you after so long, sir. I wonder if you remember old Hanoi Gamoy? I thought you might have informed me of your presence. I was mightily surprised to hear that you were in town. As always, your visits cause quite a stir. But I do babble on. Your subordinates bade me pass this one to you. It's an item that should help tremendously in your task. But this is... Yes, indeed. It was broken when you crossed swords with that detestable Vuki. Went to great lengths to have this repaired for you. What's more, I finally made progress on the task you entrusted me so long ago. That despicable bounty hunter that caused you so much trouble, Goldbane. You have information? Yes. According to the Mithran pirates, the rascal has purchased a small, deserted island south of Mara. I see. My luck has not forsaken me after all. Tuna, I ask that you leave the rest of this task to me alone. My incredible luck does not extend to those around me. It may prove more of a hindrance than a help. Until next we meet. Alright. So, where we actually need to head next? An island south of Mara. Now, I don't know if I have been to Bibiki Bay yet. Well, we have to go to the Bibiki Bay. Let me head over to Port Home Point 2. If I have been, I would have the survival guide. If I have not, then we're going to have to go to Mara. It'll be Cole Shoo Shoo. Biggie Bay. All right. The mana clipper bound for Malek. Well, this reef will arrive in about 8 minutes. That is not where we need to go. We need to head to Gonorgo Island. Gonorgo Island, yes. So we have to wait for the boat. Thing is, the next boat that is on its way is not the one we want. So we're going to have to let that one pass, and we're going to have to take the next one. We're going to buy a ticket. I will get the multi-tickets. Alright, because we're going to need to ride a few times. Allows you to ride 10 times. Make sure that I didn't need to do anything else. Alright. Well, what I'm probably going to go ahead and do is end the episode here. And then I will have to wait. For the boats. And then I will have to ride the boat. And that's going to take a little while. So, we'll stop here. And then when we come back, we'll probably be on the island. Because, you know, the boat ride's just a boat ride. It takes like 15, 20 minutes to ride the boat. So, no need to do that on screen. Alright, but for now, we'll stop here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.